So this is where I'm at. I have kind of needed to have this phase of life where I wasn't putting pressure on myself and relearning how to connect to my own emotions and my own needs. So, for example, a past version of myself, if I was super, super tired, super exhausted, but my house was messy, would be like, you need to get this house clean because it's more important, and you'll feel better when it's clean, even though you're tired, and this is just really important. And obviously there are circumstances where that makes sense to respond to, but I was in a place in my life where I was realizing that I was pushing myself too much in many, many instances, to the point where I was getting like really burnt out in many different aspects of my life. But now I'm a little bit on the other end, where I've been allowing for this like rest. It's also winter right now, so it's a great time to kind of rest and not do too much. But this is kind of how I've been my whole life, and many people probably are too, where you go from one extreme to the other and realize that you maybe could find a better place in the middle. So I am making this video right now in the hope with the hope and awareness that 6 months from now, a year from now, I will see this work, which is basically like gentle discipline for myself, like, and finding a routine and structure. I do see myself as like my own parent, and I want to be a more gentle parent, but also a firm parent. That the water's boiling, it's gonna start making some sounds. Um, that still shows up and helps the child understand what's important and what needs to happen, so that way the person that I am can feel more. I'm just gonna turn this off while it's happening. Actually, I'll just put it like that, and I'll move over here. Get distracted, obviously. Um, but yeah, so finding a way to gently discipline myself, not like you have to do this is how it is, but like be like waking up in the morning or going to bed and being like, what do I need? What do I need for myself? Like, if I'm being honest. And if I'm being honest, I need to clean my space to feel better. I need to get the ball rolling, and I'm stuck in a cycle of too much. It's like procrastination. It's like, yes, I need to rest. Yes, I'm tired, but I'm even more tired because I'm not actually resting. I'm like procrastinating the things that need to happen. So there has to be a gentle push to get me into motion, so I can feel like good about myself too, and feel like I'm making progress to make my life easier. Um, One example I'll mention is um, something that really fills my cup, going out into nature every day, and meeting with some friends over Zoom for like a new moon and full moon rituals. That was something I had to the habit of doing um, like pretty regularly. I would say like about like 6 months ago, it was more of a regular thing. And I have other aspects of my life that are stronger and I've been able to build, and I feel wonderful about that. But in terms of filling myself up, I haven't had the opportunity to do that as much. So what I'm trying to say is all the mess and chaos that I felt too exhausted to approach, and the efforting involved in improving my life and making it better, does allow for a structure, like a routine that makes it more feasible to do things like go on a walk in nature and see friends over Zoom. Because right now I'm like living in chaos, and it's because I'm so exhausted, so I can't do the things to make things better. But I need to start kind of disciplining myself and making some compromises to make it to get there. So this is basically my announcement that I'm officially trying. I have been trying, but trying in a new way, trying in a way that is a little out of my comfort zone, but that I'm aware is realistically what needs to happen moving forward. Because I'm big into the theory, I'm big into the conceptualization, I'm big into the intention and this or that, but I'm at the point where, girl, you gotta get going. You gotta make it happen. It's great that you're watching that video about it, but you gotta do it now. It's time to do it because this is the world, this is life, and um, I have a pretty good understanding of my unfortunate addiction to technology. A lot of us are addicted to technology. The loop of just being trapped on the internet, trapped on these addictive platforms. And I know it's not good. I know the state of where I'm at is like not good, but I'm also like not reprimanding myself for like being trapped in that way. I truly see it as like this is all a lot more simple than I think. I'm just kind of stuck. And in order to get unstuck, you got to move. So this is my video making my intention, which is something that I am more familiar with, which is intention setting. But in terms of like the discomfort of the action, I've kind of taken a break from that for a little while. So I'm like a little nervous to try, but I'm already feeling so much better knowing that this part of myself has kind of woken up. And yeah, this is my intention, to get my life in order. And the hypothesis is that I can gently discipline myself into creating the life that I want. And I say gently discipline because I'm not doing the being hard on myself. I'm not doing the being mean to myself. I'm not like, in an exhausted state, finishing, like getting to the perfectionist mentality, finishing everything because it has to happen. I'm still going to be balanced. I'm still going to allow for things to be a little messy. I'm still going to make things happen in an imperfect way. But I'm going to raise my standards, and I'm going to allow for more opportunities to be uncomfortable for the sake of growth. And speaking of growth, while I'm here, I'll just give you a little show of how long my hair is, because I'm curious of how long it'll grow. Yeah, but the next time I take a video. So that's another thing, this is how long my hair currently is. And I've been growing it out for about 2 years since my pretty horrible breakup. And even when I'm really depressed and sad, I will say it brings me joy to look in the mirror and be like, whoa, my hair has gotten so long since that time, because it helps kind of represent like how long it has been since I've needed to be kind of a different version of strong because of some unfortunate things happen. Anyway, that's all in the past. Moving forward, I'm going to make some coffee, go teach some community yoga, and I'm feeling optimistic, but also nervous, but it's okay.